Guys, what's up? So, I'm going to be starting a whole new segment on this channel. Why? Because I'm bored and I want to. It's a whole new segment I like to call Quentin Tarantino Reviews. That's right, I'm going to be reviewing every single Quentin Tarantino movie leading up to, I don't know, the end of the year, because we haven't heard anything that he's doing as of yet. So, yeah, I'll just be doing this for the heck of it. So, you're welcome, Internet. So, today we're going to be watching Reservoir Dogs. I already watched it, so here we go, the review. It sucks. Yeah, I thought it was terrible. Go credits! I'm not going to do that to you guys. Okay, so this movie is really weird. It gave birth to a whole lot of Quentin Tarantino-isms that we all come to love, but as a movie on its own, grew quite bored of this movie. This movie's very, very, very boring. I mean, holy crap. This is like one of the most boring movies I have ever watched. Ever. I mean, ever. It was that boring. It was... Let's get started with it. What's the main plot? So, I suppose the plot is that these gangsters that were hired by Joe, which is a fat, old, bald guy, and, he hires all these people to steal some diamonds, and then something goes terribly wrong. A guy gets, or Tim Roth, I should say, Tim Roth gets shot and is about to die, and they all come back to the meeting point and they're all arguing and bickering and stuff. Yeah, that's it. That's the entire movie. I mean, yeah. I will give the guy credit. This guy, okay, he didn't go to film school. This is like his first actual movie that he directed. Like, I don't know how he did it, but he did it, and it's good as a first movie. Like, if you had absolutely nothing, like if you had absolutely no idea on how to make a movie, and you made this, you got a promising career, because this is actually okay. It's not as a, it's okay, you can give it a pass for being a first movie for a first-time director who ever directed anything. But overall, it was pretty freaking boring. I mean, yeah. I gotta admit though, if you like a movie that has very, very high quality top performances, you're going to enjoy this movie. You're relying on just a closed environment for your movie, and there's not going to be a whole lot of special effects or shooting or anything cinematic. It's going to be focused in real life, taking place in one room. You gotta rely on your actors and your performances. And to be perfectly honest with you, the performances aren't that bad. In fact, I mean, the guy who plays Larry, who's more or less the main guy who helps out Tim Roth, he's not that bad. In fact, his performance is actually very, very real and could possibly, you know, be the equivalent to real life situation. Tim Roth, his whole arc and all that is very, very real. John Buscemi or Steve Buscemi or whoever the hell that weird, creepy looking guy is that's in all the creepy performances and whatever, he's actually pretty good. He plays the normal Steve Buscemi and whatever, but yeah, he's not that bad. So, and yeah, a lot of the characters and performances aren't that bad. In fact, they are pretty good. The problem is, it's not really, it's just a it tells and doesn't show. And a lot of it depends on, you know, it's not a cookie cutter movie. It's a movie that's based in real life. Like, they're going to have real life circumstances. And Reservoir Dogs kind of exemplifies that. There's a lot of real life stuff that would happen. It's not over the top, bloody special effects like Quentin Tarantino likes to do now, or high quality, like over the top acting or whatever. No, this is real life. This is something that could probably be done in real life. All these plays can be, and I think could have been, actually real life situations. Like, there's no score. There's no score in this movie. It's actually, all the songs that you hear are actually played over with radios or like record players or anything like that of that nature, which is, I think, pretty substantial, I should say. And I'm not gonna knock it over just because it was boring and just because there's a lot of talking. The last 30 minutes actually get pretty good. In fact, there's this one point that was like a 35-minute mark. It was Tom Roth just like shot one of the people down. Like shot the there's this one point where Tim Roth actually shoots Mr. Blonde, who's the calm, cool, easy nature kind of guy, who's actually pretty good in the movie, but you know. Tim Roth actually shoots the guy, and I was like, whoa, okay, what? This movie's actually giving us something, okay. Because overall, this movie's a lot of telling and not showing, and I don't think Quentin Tarantino kind of got that. Although you don't really show a lot in real life, you gotta tell a lot of stuff in real life. You can't actually show it, especially in the 90s. But this is a movie, and one of the main rules is you gotta show and not tell. So there we are, I guess. There's actually a turning point in this movie where, in the 35-minute mark, where Tim Roth shoots, and honestly, it kind of got a little bit interesting then, but not totally. There's still a lot more talking. It's really freaking boring, but I gotta admit, this movie is the closest thing we will probably ever get to Quentin Tarantino directing a superhero movie, because there are, after the 35-minute mark, when we get to see Tim Roth in like his backstory, kind of like a flashback to what happened, there are a lot of comic book references. Like, there's a poster of Silver Surfer and a bunch of other comic books in the background of his apartment. There's Tim Roth makes a Fantastic Four reference in the movie. And although this is this has nothing to do with comic books at all, but it ties into comic movies today, where one of the songs that they were playing on the radio was Hooked on a Feeling by Blue Suede, which is pretty much the Guardians of the Galaxy theme song now. So when I heard that, I was like, what? What the hell? Where the hell did that come from? So, yeah, I mean, it depends on your type of, I guess, taste, I guess. If you want to see like a down-to-earth, very, very strict level, real-life situation, go and watch this movie. But if you're like most people, when they go and see a movie, they want to be taken away from real life, and this movie details a lot of real life. So I'm gonna say this movie's not really that great. So alright guys, comment, subscribe, let me know what you guys think of this movie, and more content coming your way.